Hey, what is going on everybody, and welcome back to a new video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to get infinite stamina, infinite health, and infinite mana in Outward. It's going to be really easy to do, because first of all, this game is produced using Unity engine, which is really easy to hack. And then I'm going to show you guys how to do the steps for stamina, and this will apply for health and mana. You can do the same steps for health and mana. So it's gonna be really easy for you to do three codes really easy, and I will explain as thoroughly as possible. So now when I enable my stamina cheat, as you can see, it doesn't use stamina. Even if I run, it doesn't use stamina also, and also it doesn't decrease your maximum stamina. That's a key feature here, because if you lock your stamina value and then try to play with it, you can lock it down, but the maximum stamina will drop to 0, and then you will have to restart your drink or do anything to increase your stamina. So we're gonna stop that from decreasing. We're gonna stop the maximum stamina from decreasing. So now let's go first here. Now before you start hacking, go here to mono and then activate mono features. You will find when you attach your game to cheat engine will allow you to will pop up this here. So go to mono and activate mono features. It's gonna activate all of these things here, and you will be good. Now the second thing is go to writable here and then click it twice, so it's not a check mark, it's gonna be a block, and then the float, the value type will be float. Change the value type from 4 bytes to float, and then the scan type will be exact value, as the same. And then after that, go to here, rounded extreme, move it to rounded default, and then check on the symbol values only. That is all you need to do here. And now we're gonna search for the stamina value. It's gonna be really easy. Just go ahead and look how much stamina why do you pop up the... I have 100 stamina, so I'm gonna write 100 here. If you have less, type in whatever stamina value you have. So I'm gonna go first scan. The cheat engine will look for the stamina value, and then now we're gonna change our stamina inside of the game. Okay, I'm gonna keep changing it till it goes down a lot. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put on changed value because the stamina is changing. Changed. Look at this. Changed. And then we're gonna wait for it to go to full, and then we're gonna say changed once and then unchanged. Alright, because it's not gonna change now. And then it's gonna be here. Repeat this step. If you don't get it the first time, it's okay. Just repeat that step and you will get it eventually. So now, this is our stamina value. See, if I put this to 0, see, I get tired. Now if I put this to 100, I go back to full health, to full stamina. So this is the stamina value. Now we have two things to consider here. The first thing is we want to find where the instruction that is changing our stamina value, and then where is the instruction that is decreasing our maximum stamina. So all of this will be achieved from here. If you enable this thing here, it will be really easy for you. Okay, so now let's do that. Go click on this and then go to find out what writes to this address. If you do this step and your game crashes, go here to edit, settings, debugger menus, debugger options, and then change the debugger from Windows debugger to VEH debugger, and then say OK. That will solve the crashing problem. And then go to find out what writes to this address, and you can see this value here is running, this instruction here is running constantly. This instruction is controlling our running animation and the regeneration of the stamina. As you can see, the stamina doesn't go back to full immediately. It does regenerate over time. So this is running, as you can see, it's constantly running inside of the game. So it is the thing that is increasing our stamina and decreasing it when we run. So this is when we run, and when we attack, this instruction here pops up. When we attack, this instruction here pops up. This instruction just decreases our stamina. It just decreases our stamina, and I will show you how. See this XMM1? XMM1, when we go to more information, and then we go to F, float value, if you can see to XMM1 here, it puts 90 to the value, but our stamina our current stamina is 95. So this is decreasing our stamina. So we're gonna have to stop this instruction from decreasing our stamina. Now let's go to the disassembler, and I will show you what happens. See, if you have enabled this step here, you can see that there is the functions are running inside of it. You can see the names of the functions that are running inside of the game. See, this is only for Unity games. If you can see here, this run XMM1, this instruction runs, and then another instruction runs, and then another instruction, and then when we reach here, call character stat increase stamina burn. See, this here, this is calling to another function that decreases our maximum stamina. The increased stamina burn. That means it burns our maximum stamina. So we're gonna have to go here to go to this instruction that is calling to, and then we're gonna have to disable it so it doesn't decrease our maximum stamina. And then we're gonna disable this, make it give us the maximum stamina 100. And then after that, we're gonna also have to disable this one, so when we run, it gives us the maximum stamina. So now we can just modify these three things. So the first thing we're gonna do is, I'm gonna go back here and find out what writes to this address. Now when I attack, see, this instruction, I told you, it moves 90 to our current stamina address, which has the current stamina of our character. And then now we just go to more information, F, see this XMM0, XMM0, XMM1, XMM2, XMM3, XMM4, XMM5, XMM6, and so on. So now we can just move another instruction instead of moving that instruction. We can move another register. Look at this. XMM0 has 2,433. So that means if we put that inside of our current stamina value, it's gonna always give us more than 100. So that means it's gonna be more than the maximum stamina. So it's almost not using. It's not gonna be using our stamina. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna enable this. We're gonna go to the disassembler, and then we're gonna change this code. So go to Tools, Auto Assemble, Template, AOB Injection, and then say OK, say OK. Now, I'm gonna create a header here. I'm gonna create a note here. This doesn't do anything. Just if you type in 2 slashes like this, you can type whatever you want here, and it will not interfere with the code. So I'm gonna call it code 1, because we're gonna have to do 3 codes, remember, because we have to disable this and then disable the stamina burn function, and then we want to disable the other one that is running all the time, this. So I'm gonna stop this here, keep that in, wait, go back to the code. Now instead of moving XMM1, I told you that we'll move XMM0 instead of moving XMM1 here, and that's gonna be the cheat for the first one. So that is that is a good code, easy code. Now to go to File, Assign to Current Cheat Table, and then we're gonna exit that. Do not execute it, do not do anything with it, just exit it. How many do I have? How many tabs? Auto assemble. I still have that. Exit that. Okay, there's the script. I'm gonna call it infinite stamina. You can call it whatever you want, like this. All right. Now we're gonna go here and look at that. Look at this here. Now, when the game executes, it decreases our stamina and then goes here, do some calculation here, and then it's gonna move something here. It's gonna give a value to this function, and it's gonna decrease our maximum stamina. And this instruction is accessed not only by this function, but other functions. So if we want the hunger and thirst to not interfere with our values, we're gonna have to disable this instruction. Now, how do we do that? It's gonna be really easy. If we just do if we just do a simple step here, see, look at this here. Jump short if not equal. See, this instruction, the jump instruction, can ignore all of these instructions and then jump to something else. All right, so this is the start of our function. It's gonna push RBX. This is something that every function does. This is just declaring which space it operates in, and then it's gonna subtract RSP from 60 from RSP, and then it's gonna start creating, and then it's gonna start doing the function. Now, look at this here. When we go down to the end of the function, instead of subtracting RSP, instead of subtracting 60 from RSP, it's gonna add 60. So it's gonna put back the old address, and then it's gonna pop RBX, and then it's gonna return. Where does it return? It returns here. See? It returns where the old function is. So we're gonna follow this here, and then now we just want to ignore the instructions that are written inside of here. How do we do that? It's gonna be really easy. Go here, go to this jump instruction, select it, and then Tools, Auto Assemble, Template, and then AOB Injection again. Say okay again. Now we're just gonna look at the address. See here, this is gameplay DLL plus something. So now we're just gonna skip all of this stuff inside of here. We don't want to execute all of this stuff, so we're just gonna skip it. Now here, this instruction, I will show you what this instruction does. I'll show you what this instruction does. Look at this. Look at inside of the game. This can apply to your health and your stamina, also, your mana also. So keep this in mind, so you can do the cheats on your own. See, I have the maximum stamina of my maximum stamina is 95. So now, if I wanted to search for this maximum stamina value, I'm not gonna find it. Why is that? Let me show you. Now I'm gonna search for a float. We're gonna search for 95. Okay. First scan. It's gonna search for that, and then I'm gonna go inside of the game. I'm gonna attack and make it drop to 94. 92. Oh my god, that's a lot. Okay, now let's search for 92 instead of 95. Next. See, this is the only value that is not changing. unchanged. Keep this. Look at this. Now, if I go inside of the game and start attacking again, see, it gives us our current stamina value. And the other value is not here. Why is that? Because the game is not calculating the exact number. It's calculating backwards. It means if you have it just calculates the minus number from 100. 100 minus 90 equals 10. So we're gonna search for a 10 for scan. Alright. And then when we go here, attack. Okay. Now 100, look at this, maximum stamina is 89. So 100 minus 89 equals 11. Next scan. Keep searching for 11. 11. Because we didn't change the value. Now, let's attack again. See? This value increases. Now it's 87. 100 minus 87 equals 13. There's the value that we want. See, this is the value that decreases our maximum stamina. And if we look, find out what writes to this address, what instruction is writing to this address, you can see that this instruction here that I showed you, this instruction that I showed you here inside of this function that is called increase stamina burn, increase burnt stamina, this instruction is making the changes. And the other instruction is over here. It's above it, just a little bit above it. So see, they're all in the same function. So we want to just skip all of these. So we're gonna inject our code from here, and then we're gonna jump from there to the point where it puts back the original. It puts back 0 to the function. All right. So now we just go back to our code. Where's the code? There is the code, yeah. So now we're gonna jump from here. We're gonna jump from this address to this address here, and then we're gonna ignore all of this shit. So what's the address? We're gonna just copy the address here, and instead of jumping if not equal, we're gonna just jump. JMP. Jump. Okay, we're gonna jump from here, from that address to this address here. Okay, so now 43699D. 99D. Okay, good. Now, instead of making two separate codes, we're gonna merge these codes together. Alright, so we're gonna merge these codes together. Script. We're gonna open this script, and then we're gonna copy all of the values, all of the instructions inside of here. Copy those, and then paste them under the return inject register symbol. We're gonna go down. I'm gonna create a header for this so we don't get confused. Code 2. Alright, so now we're gonna enable that. But look at this. The name of the codes are the same. Inject, inject. New mem. New mem. Code, code. So this is not gonna work. Cheat Engine will get confused if we do that. So we need to put 2, so we differentiate between the two codes. Alright, so we just need to differentiate between the two codes. Put in front of every label just 2. Jump return. It's gonna jump from here to here. We're gonna make it 2, 2, 2. New mem 2, inject 2, return 2, inject 2. It's all 2. So this is in the enable section. In the disable section, we need to disable the second code. So do not exit this. Okay, now we're gonna copy the disable for the other code when we disable the code. Okay, so now I'm gonna create another header. Disable 1. Okay, that's disable 1, disable 2, disable 2. Good. Now we're gonna paste that, and then we're gonna, do not forget to call it 2, inject 2, because it's the second code, not the first code. Alright, now see, this is the beginning of the second code. It's gonna execute the code. It's gonna execute the first code also. Now the last code that we want is, make sure to click OK, so it applies the changes to your code here. So the last code is the running instruction. When we run, this instruction happens. Look at this. When we run, there is no other instruction that is running. So that means this instruction is the only one that is running. See, it increases our stamina and it decreases it when we run only. When we attack, the other instruction does that. So now we're gonna go here to this instruction. Now we could just disable this instruction, or we could just go to more information. We're gonna see if there is another instruction that is, if there is another register that has the maximum stamina value, which is this one, XMM2. You can see XMM0, but this is the current value, and I'll show you how that works. Why is that the case? See, if I disable that, now if I keep attacking, I'm gonna keep attacking. Now remember that the current stamina value is gonna be less than the maximum. So now we're gonna go back here, find out what writes to this address, and then we can see that in XMM0, this is your current stamina value, and this is your maximum stamina value. So now we're gonna just move the maximum stamina value inside of this place. So now we're gonna go to the disassembler, tools, auto assemble, template, AOB injection, say okay again. And then now, instead of moving XMM1, we're gonna move XMM2. It's gonna move the maximum value. And then after that, we just copy the code to the other code that we have created. So we make them in one place. We don't have to create 3 and then enable them one at a time. So go to description. We're just gonna create the last code. So code 3. Okay. And then in code 3, we're gonna just paste that in there. So now we're gonna just call it code 3, inject 3, new mem 3, code 3, return 3, new mem 3, code 3, return 3, inject 3, new mem 3, return 3, inject 3. Okay, now we're just gonna disable the last code, and that's gonna work for the stamina. So now disable 3. Okay, now we just paste that, and then here put 3, and then put 3. And then now we're just gonna say okay. And if you have your stamina value, your maximum stamina value, if you have your maximum stamina, your maximum stamina decreased, you can go back to that address that we have searched for, and then put it to 0, and then it's gonna put back 100 to your stamina. See here? it's gonna put it back to 100. See, it's 100. So that is it for this video. That is how to do this thing. And now when we enable the script, it's gonna just keep our stamina to where it is. We can move, we can do anything we want, and everything will be fine and dandy. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Now when you want to make it for health, do the same thing. Just decrease your health, and then when you go down here, you can find the instruction that is decreasing your health. See? Character stats, use mana. See? Character stats, use mana. You can disable this instruction, the same step that I showed you before. Use stamina again. See? It's all here. See where let's go back down, and you'll find the health, where the max health is stored, and the see, active maximum health. But you don't need that. You just wanna see active maximum stamina, active maximum mana, base max health, and then base max mana. You can find these and play with them. Burnt mana ratio, burnt stamina ratio. You can just do the same thing for burnt mana. You could just jump from here to here, and then it will disable the burning of the mana. And you can do this for health. If there's, I think it's down. You can do the same for health. Burnt stamina, cold protection, and then that's it. That is it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to tune in next time, where we do some other cheats, and I'll see you guys in the next video. If you want to request anything, request it in the comments, and I'll see you there. Peace.